that I have lost.
Okay. Or at least according to my copy of the complaint, Brian Lamont Riggs Jr. is listed.
Yes, you're right. Actually, there's only one Asia. Well, I have Asia Jean.
It's not Asia.
All right. They need to correct this card stock because I think I see what they did. Don't know why. Okay, I do have Brian. Okay.
This is a complaint for non-payment of rent.
Yes,
Defendants have in fact vacated the premises
they have.
subsequent to the filing of the complaint, but on April the 13th or thereabouts. I'm not uncertain.
I'm sorry?
We vacated the premises before April the 13th.
What day did you vacate?
I want to say the 2nd.
Of April. Okay. So this is just a money judgment claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what's the claim?
Well, the claim is, Your Honor, that there was a lease.
I got that part, but how much money are you claiming?
Well, we're asking them, for March, there was $1,000 owed. For April, there was $3,000, and May, because it is now May, there is $3,000. There's also
surrender. What? How long did the lease run?
The lease ran through August of 2026.
All right. And so how much are you claiming for May?
For May, $3,000.
All right. So your total claim is $7,000?
Plus there's a water bill of $1,001. And that was also included in the rent. And I have that printed out from Pittsfield Charter Township.
Okay, we can get to that. I'm just trying to figure out what your claim. Okay, so it's a water bill. You basically had $7,000 in rent, $1,000 and some little over $1,000 in a water bill. What else? Is that
$220? We did not claim for property damages, and we would. So the only thing in the supplemental complaint was for the rent, the contractual rent.
All right. What's your position on this?
Well, I was actually proud. And I won't say exactly the words that he said to me.
The
landlord, actually. But I had, for the month of March, I had told him earlier in December of 2025 that I wouldn't be able to make the rent every first of the month. And he said, okay, that's okay. We talked verbally because he had came by to fix the doorknob. He said, okay. And I said, eventually I may have to move out and break the lease. He said, okay, make sure you give me a 60-day notice and blah, 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 blah. Well, blah, 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 blah is make sure you give me a 60-day notice and or something, whatever. So we got that done. And all I know is from that day forward, he had been basically harassing me about the rent. And I told him, you'll still get your $3,000 in full. I just won't be able to pay it on the first like I was because I had help from my citizen. Now, prior to March happening, I had sent him a couple of text messages about things that were failing in my house, which is like the draining. When you turn on the shower, you could hear draining in the master bedroom. You could hear it in the living room, and other things of sort. As far as the bathroom, other issues, faucets and stuff, it was just basically maintenance that was pushed off and ignored. But he had ended up texting me or contacting me and telling me that somebody will be by to look at it. So this particular day it had to be like March 27th,
okay,
26th. So around that time, I was actually I had to take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese for one of their signals.
Hold on a moment. So you're claiming, before you get into everything, you're claiming that you don't owe this money?
Yeah. I'm claiming that I don't owe them.
Okay, and your basis for claiming that you don't owe the money without going through the whole story is what?
Well, in the month of March, I gave him $2,000. Earlier that day, we had an argument because he had sent, basically he sent.
Well, I think they're agreeing to that because they're only saying 1,000 for that month.
The 1,000 and the other 4,000 that they're talking about. I don't know why they're even claiming that, because after he told me, invested me out and told me to get my things, to get my children and get out, I did that within the same week I was gone.
When did that happen?
March 22nd. He cursed me out. I asked him why. He still came by, picked up the money with his wife, and I proceeded to ask him, like, what was the issue? Because I didn't do anything but put in a request for my home to be fixed and looked at the things that were falling apart. And he called me on my phone and said all types of belligerent things, calling me names, and told me to get my stuff and get out. Therefore, that same night, he came by, picked up the $2,000, I went online, found me another house. I was out before then, I signed my lease and everything, so I got that really paid. Oh, and as far as
Did the other folks leave also?
the other folks left before
You did?
before Christmas, and I lived in the building. That's why I said, I don't know, I would be getting their half of the rent.
Gotcha. Okay. I gotcha. So counsel, I mean, basically what she's saying is effectively evicted, in essence, from the premises already. Your client resorted to self-help in terms of evicting her from the premises.
I don't think I heard that, Your Honor. She volunteered. I don't know the details of the discussion between the two of them, and I will have my client testify as to that. But that's not a constructive eviction. When she said he asked for
If a landlord goes by, tells you to get out, threatens you, calls you names, and you vacate the premises, that certainly can constitute a constructive eviction. I'm not making that finding. I'm just saying that's what she's claiming, that she had to leave. Yes.
But,
please. This is,
My name is Majid Kahala. I'm the landlord. So I got everything, between me and Ashley. We never called on the phone except one time, and I got it recorded, and she knows I was recording. She said I called her names and stuff. That's not true, because I got it recorded in my phone. And she left the house and April 13th, she just texted me, your key in the mailbox. You have a nice life. Prior to this, never I mentioned she's leaving the house. She said she's...
You guys tried to re-rent the premises or no?
yes, Your Honor, we will, but there was substantial garbage and damage done to the property.
Got it.
And
She left
And
everything
so-
in the house. Even, the fridge was full. Closing the dishwasher.
so we have not been able to put it back on the market yet. We do have an estimate from Nash Brothers,
Send an invoice.
an invoice from Nash Brothers Services talking about the amount of work that they had to do in order to clean up the
Where's
property.
that from?
Nash and
Nash and
Brothers
Brothers.
dumpster rentals, snow removal.
Have they been apprised of that?
No, Your Honor, that they've not, because we do not have any, other than a telephone, we were not given it a forwarding address. We don't know where to forward anything.
She was picked up.
So there are additional claims other than this $8,000?
Yes, there will be additional claims for property damage.
So when are you going to have that number?
The number I got an estimate from the others. This one we already paid, the 6,000.
When are you going to have the number for the total of your claim?
They have it within 2 weeks, Your Honor.
Court has set a final settlement conference on this case for June 2nd, 2026, 9 a.m. That's in person. The other parties need to be here also, because I guess they were under the lease on this. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Peninsular Place versus Keebaugh Henderson.